What if I told you that real success doesn't come with applause? What if the most important version of you was born on that couch with no money, no house, no answers, just your soul still intact? This episode is for the ones who are emotionally whole but still broke. For the ones wondering how the hell they can feel this healed and still look like they're losing. Let's talk about why real success ain't shiny and why your rock bottom might just be holy ground. Welcome to the Powerfully You podcast. I'm your host, Sharitha. I help emotionally wounded, spiritually curious people heal from trauma and reclaim their voice so that they can stop people pleasing, start living their truth, and turn their pain into power. This podcast is where we break open the emotional wounds society taught you to hide. We talk truth. We talk soul. We talk about what it means to actually heal in a world that claps for appearances but runs from the real. Let's get into it. The fantasy you had to bury. You had a vision, a version of your healing journey that ended with a house you kept, a car you paid off, a life that said, I did it, not just for you, but for the people who doubted you. The ones who said you were crazy for following your soul. The ones who whispered that you'd fall apart. The ones who needed you to be wrong so that they could feel right. So you tried to outrun the fantasy of failure with a new fantasy, a perfect comeback, a healed version of you with matching credit score, clean furniture, and no loose ends. But what nobody told you is this: healing is not glamorous, it is not performative, and it rarely looks how you imagine it. Sometimes healing looks like being broke but not broken, being whole but not understood, being guided, but still grieving. And in those moments, when you're on the couch that ain't yours, feeling like you lost everything, you're actually winning. Because the parts of you that used to collapse under pressure, they're sitting still. They're finally at peace. The internal conflict nobody talks about. Let's talk about that shame. That kind that creeps in when you know you're capable of more. You know you can go out there, get a job, grind, push, perform. You've done it before, but now you're choosing something different, and it don't make sense to anyone, not even to you some days, because you were raised in a world that said, "Be strong, don't ask for help, don't become a burden your mother was, don't let your kids see you struggle." So now you're grieving not just the fantasy, but the illusion that you'll be the exception, that you'll be the one to do it all right and never break, that you could heal and be praised for it. But here's the thing: real healing requires sacrifice. And sometimes the things we're most ashamed to lose are the exact things blocking us from our truth. You didn't just lose your house, you lost the mask. You didn't just lose your income, you lost the illusion that you have to hustle to be worthy. You didn't just lose your fantasy, you gained yourself. What if this is the success? Let's rewire that story. What if you're not losing? What if you're just living a kind of success the world ain't ready to clap for? Because real success is being able to look at your life unpolished, unfiltered, uninstagrammable, and say, I'm me and I'm still here. That's success. Not just surviving, but doing it with your soul still intact. You don't need a house to prove you're grounded. You don't need a full bank account to feel full. You don't need applause to validate that you did everything right. You are doing something radical, choosing your inner peace over your outer image. And yes, that shit is hard, but that shit is real. And real is what makes you powerful. Devil's advocate. But Sharitha, if you're so whole and healed, why does your life look like that? Here's the thing: because the world equates healing with winning, with proof, with optics. But true wholeness, true peace, it doesn't always look good on paper. It looks like freedom. It looks like letting go of a life that was suffocating your soul. It looks like not needing to explain a damn thing to people still chasing shiny shit to feel worthy. You're not broken. You're just becoming everything that wasn't ever real to begin with. Reflective moment. Take a breath. Ask yourself, what version of success am I still trying to prove to the world? What would it look like to feel proud of myself without applause? What have I gained that can't be measured with money, titles, or houses? Who am I becoming now that I am no longer performing? Let those answers guide your next move. Final soul truth. Real success ain't shiny. It's not always celebrated. It won't always be understood, but it will always be true. And baby, you didn't lose your life. You found your soul. And that's the real win. So if you're sitting in this season right now that don't look like the victory you prayed for. If you're on somebody's couch in between blessings, feeling like your healing should have paid off by now, I want you to remember this. Wholeness doesn't always come with comfort. Peace doesn't always come with praise. And real success, it don't always look good to the world, but it will always feel right to your soul. You didn't choose this easy path. You chose the true one. And that choice, that's what makes you powerfully you. Until next time, keep walking in your truth. Keep trusting your journey. And don't you dare forget, you're not losing. You're becoming.